This gearing box came with a job lot of parts I bought last year, and it's not the one for my car. I don't intend to put it into my car. The reason I've got it here is because the one on my car is not the right colour. Now it turns out that this steering box came out of a black Consul or Zephyr Zodiac with the gunmetal dash colour. So the steering boxes are always painted the same colour as the dashboard and inside the car there. So while it was here, I thought I will clean it, and it's absolutely covered in dirt around here, and where it's been greased, this one's been greased too much. The funny thing about it is, I thought this was grease. When I cleaned it off, it's not. So it's like, it's filler, it's body filler has been put round there. So I don't know if this box is any good inside. I'm just going to dry it all off, and I'll dismantle it and just have a look at it, and I'll make a video of how it works and what I do with it. So this is how it works. As you turn the steering wheel, it turns this worm gear, and there's a single peg that locates in the worm. There's nothing holding this in, only the top plate. That there's a button that rubs on here. So unfortunately, this one is knackered. So there's a ball race in here that allows that to turn round, so it can wear evenly. But for some reason, this one's just gone. It's no good at all. That can't be used. Got it. It's eight ball bearings, loads of oil on them, so I don't know why. Don't know what's happened to this. So what I'll do now is I'll take the worm out, clean it all up, and there's nothing I can do with this because I haven't got a new one of these. So I'll have a look at the worm on there. It doesn't look too bad. There's one interesting thing I just discovered. The ball bearings run on that radius there, which is what you'd expect, and you'd expect to be a radius in this half, but it's not. It's a tapered. Well, actually, it is a little bit radiused, but it's not the radius of the ball bearings. And also the other end, where this goes through here, that isn't flat. That is got a radius on there. So they designed this so the peg has got a little bit of movement. It's not a lot. When I just tried it with the balls in, but there is a little bit of movement. And the reason for that movement is because the shape is where the adjusting button rubs onto, and this must have been designed to remove any play when you have it on full lock somehow. It brings it. Oh, obviously what happens is when you got it on full lock, it's bringing the ball nearer the worm. Yeah, and then they must have worked out that shape. The thing is that I think these were the only cars that had this design. After this, in the 60s, they did away with this peg, and they had a circulating ball system that doesn't wear out the same as this. They probably had so much trouble with these steering boxes, and I think that's what happened. Now I'm going to remove the gear change shaft, and this is where it actually works, because when you push the gear lever down, it's locating on this one, and then when you pull it up, it's locating on this one, so that you can only move one at a time. And it's held in with a pin in here, and it's just this spring clip that's holding it in. Now in here, somehow, I think when you push this down, it should reveal a pin somewhere here, which I cannot see at the moment. Oh, there it is. That should push out, if I'm right. Yeah, that pin's pushing out. That's out. So now that should allow me to remove the shaft like that. Make sure you're getting a view. Yeah. And then then I can take the whole lot out. I think that's how it comes out, like that. That's it. Like that. So that's done it. So inside here, so it's this pin that changes from first and reverse to second and third. So it locates in that slot on one, and then when you push it, it locates on that one. Quite simple, quite effective actually, and it doesn't look as though it's worn that much when you consider how many times that pin is going in and out, up and down. The other thing I've just found is when I remove that washer, there's a felt washer under there, like that, and that's meant to be soaked in oil, and that goes on the top of here, so it keeps the shaft wet. And the other lever that is here has got a grease nipple on it, and you know, they're making sure that that pin and this bit here is never dry, because it will just wear out so quickly. So now I'm going to remove the actual steering shaft. Now in here is a series of shims, and that's how you set the end float for the shaft. And that's a gasket there. I won't disturb that. Now this tube here is where the wire goes for the horn. And well, we haven't got one, but there's a gland nut goes on there, and it seals it. It's like an olive. I think it's an olive or something on there, and it seals it, so it stops the oil coming out, and it allows the wire to go all the way down and connect under the bonnet somewhere. So that goes all the way up to the horn push. I think that slot there is to stop it turning. It's to stop the horn push turning, I think. At this point is where you should look at the book. Yeah, that should just tap out now. Nothing else holding it, so I'll just give it a whack. Oh, there we go. What have we got here? Ah, this is the top bearing. Oh, one escaped. And you can see what's happened. Look at that. That is iron filings from that peg by the looks of it, unless there's something else in there that's worn I haven't seen yet. Right, there's 14 balls in the top and 14 in the bottom. So when I'm doing anything like it's the same with the gearbox, I like to keep the ball bearings where they were originally. I'll put them back where they were originally, because there will be a slight difference in the diameters of the balls and everything. So now this one is worn, so this steering box is knackered, totally knackered. There's flat on that one, there's a flat on this one as well. Right, now I've cleaned up the outer race. You can see the damage on there, so that's scrap, and you can see it all along here. This is all iron filings that has come off, so now it should just come out. Oh, something fell down in there. Oh, and that's the top race. Yeah, this one's damaged as well. Obviously not so bad because the iron filings didn't get washed down there, but let's see if I can get that. Yeah, you can see there, it's just started to go. The rest of it's not bad. Just one bit there and one bit there. Right, this is the worm, and this is where the balls run, and as you can see, this is scrap as well, unless that can be reground. I don't know. And this side's the same. That's really bad actually. That doesn't look too bad. Oh yeah, look, there's a bit of wear around here as well. Don't know what's happened to this. Something's been rubbing on there. Anyway, this video is just an exercise really, just to see how things work. And also it's been welded, so they've heat treated this bit and then welded it onto here, so this is soft probably. I haven't tried it yet, but it probably is. Right, so I run a file on there and run it on there. You can tell the difference. This is hard, this is soft. Oh, where are they? Look at that. That's just loose. The oil had got underneath here, and that's definitely body filler. And I expected this to be loose, but it's not. I thought someone had put that in to try to tighten it up or something. Oh, it is moving, but it's quite tight. You know, it's doing its job, this is, because it's not loose on here. So, bit of a mystery that. I wonder if someone thought it was leaking oil out of here instead of here. Oh, there's one more thing that's not quite right. Well, so it's quite right. These little angle bits, they've been brazed on. Whether Ford did that, I don't know. I do know that when people put radials, tyres on these cars, it puts a lot of strain on the steering box here, and they do have trouble with these brackets. It's the same this side, so I wondered if someone has attempted to strengthen this bracket by putting these angle bits on here. Right, I've completely cleaned inside and everything, and all I'm going to do now is just put it back together Obviously I won't put any oil in it because I don't want it all coming out on my garage floor. And then I'll just keep it to one side just in case I need any of the parts in the future, but I very much doubt it, because the worm is scrap, the rocker shaft is scrap, ball bearings are scrap, and the seal scrap, so it's not really worth anything. So the balls don't fall out. And I can put this in. Oh, that's gone very well. Now I just have to push this back. Right, that's much easier than I thought it was going to be. And because it was quite tight in there, I had to knock it out. I'm going to heat this up and hopefully that'll just push in. Oh, I've had a couple of minutes on there. Now let's see if it fits. Yeah, that's it, that's in. That's good. And you can hear those those ball bearings. It sounds so rough. Still a bit of end play, but why should I worry? Right, that's that. Right, the first thing to do is to fit this, I think, because it will hold the ball bearings in. So that just went on there like that, and this little spring clip held it in. That's in. Right. Just put some grease in there. Am I recording? Didn't think this would be the hardest thing. Maybe this is not the way. Now once the grease has got on there, yeah, it's held it in. So then that will just go in there. That's got it. Then the spring washer goes on there, and this spring washer has got tabs and they face upwards. And now it's the hard bit trying to get this on, and I need to put it in the vise to do that. Oh, nearly there now. I think I can get that on with it. Something like this. Maybe not. Hate circlips. Everyone hates circlips. Right, that's got it. Right, that's good. Never like putting things together dry, so I will put a little bit of grease on there, and probably on the worm as well. And then just put that in. Get in there. That gasket on there, like that. I haven't actually undone that at all. Right, so I've turned it all the way to the left, so you're going around the left hand corner, a little bit of play there. Now I'm turning it to straighten up, and there's no play. Now I turn it as though I'm going around the right hand corner, and there's a bit of play there. So that's the end of this video. I only got this out of my shed where I've got loads of old bits and pieces because I was looking for the original colour of steering boxes. So while it was out, I thought I would just take it apart and make a video of how it works. Because I did take one apart 20 years ago, but I forgot myself, so that's done. If you like my videos and you want to see some more, don't forget to click the subscribe button, which is, where are we, this side, it's down there, and then click the little bell, and then you'll get notifications when someone makes a comment on any of my videos, and when I upload a new video you will get a notification.